It was done as a workshop where they wanted us to basically guide the attendees through actually making one of the Japanese desserts. And our first idea was to do konpaito because it's such a iconic Japanese sweet. You know, you see it in so many anime. Like those are only 3 examples of like a million I could think of. And unfortunately, though, it took 7 to 10 days to make. They spin this like bamboo tub, and it slowly drips its water. And the shape of the tub is actually what creates the little bumps on it that makes it look like a star.
And that would have been a really long panel.
That would have been a very long one. I'm granted I would love a convention that ran for 7 days, but I think it'd be dead by the end of it.
Spinning konpaito is like kind of borderline slave labor when the entire panel.
Watching paint dry.
Also, the catch to konpaito, I will warn now, as colorful and star-like as it looks.
Oh, they're not very delicious.
It's kind of meh.
It's like a less sweet version of rock candy.
Yeah, it's literally just like compacted sugar. There's no flavor.
The reason for its popularity is really just for the aesthetics of it, because it looks so pretty and it's so like symmetrical. And
do we have the thing on aesthetics in here, or is that where we?
That's like.
Okay, cool.
We need to get coffee out.
Right. Yes, oh yes. Do I need to say anything else? It's Pocky. It really is. It's Pocky. First, actually, it's not as old as you think. First sold in 1966, Glico. Original was chocolate, and then they added other ones. I think almonds were the first flavor.
It was kind of weird.
And then it was pumpkin actually after that,
Yeah.
and then strawberry. It's a worldwide phenomenon, and it's free.
It's a long
There's
way
like
for
a lesser known
such
version of coffee called Pretz, which is basically just pretzels. But it comes with like more non-desserty dipping, like Italian dressing. I forget what's the other one, but it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we should, who wants some coffee? You want to do 2 coffees with our 2 questions? Alright.
Oh boy.
Top left corner, what anime is that?
Top left.
Please, teacher.
Who go that first? Okay. Chocolate or strawberry? Yeah, that one's just an example. Alright, this one, whoever gets the next question is stuck with the chocolate though. What is the strangest Pocky anybody has eaten?
Milk.
What?
Milk.
Do we have anything that beats that?
Pistachio.
Apple cinnamon?
Coconut.
That exists?
Okay, you're just throwing out flavors now. Someone should yell out lettuce and everything.
Have you actually had wasabi Pocky? Ooh. That one's not that rare, actually. Okay, who has actually eaten a strange one?
In the back there?
Yeah, I said before milk.
The milk?
And I saw one over there.
Salt.
Ooh.
Those are salt. You get to choose.
Come on and take one.
Hurrah! We're being lazy apparently. And not making decisions. So both of you can come up and take your shoes of Pocky. Or Yan Yan, because basically it's
Yeah, if you
not
want
Pocky.
to, you're welcome to that too. Good.
Woo! Okay. Basically, this slide is just a cover on the originations of confections and like its cultural history in Japan. Confections are termed as wagashi. It's the traditional Japanese confectionaries that are usually served with the tea ceremony. And it's actually a very, very complicated process. Like the naming of these desserts actually has like a process where it's named after like, it has to have like these aesthetically pleasing words derived from ancient literature. So it's like, no, you just can't call it a cookie, you have to call it something way more complicated than that. Tajima Mori is actually the patron saint of confections in Japan. The story goes is the emperor wanted some kind of mythological holy orange, and he sent this guy to go get it from the Eternal Land. He like traveled the world searching for it, found it, brought it back, and the emperor had died. So confections, he's now held as the patron saint of confection. And there's a classification for the desserts, like what it's made of, what content, like how much moisture it has, and in order to classify as wagashi at all, it has to appeal to all five senses. So it has to look good, taste good, the texture also has to be good, the smell, and strangely sound. The sound it makes when you eat it also has to be good.
Now, this is one of those things, the art of the five senses is not just desserts as a heads up. This goes, it is a huge Japanese thing with food, much like the French. They're really, when it comes to their higher cuisine, they're really picky about that. Anybody who's worked with sushi before, it's the same kind of concept.
Okay, and ohagi, or bonomochi, depending on what time of the year it's being served. This is what we actually ended up making our workshop about at Otakon. It's basically a sweet rice ball made out of mochigome, and it's filled with a red bean paste. Now, it's not like bean, it doesn't say like kidney bean or anything, it's zuki bean, which is disgustingly sweet. Like, it's surprisingly sweet.
How many of you actually had red bean before?
Okay,
That's a good one this
I
time.
one of the last ones we were at was like 1%.
Yeah, no one, like anybody who's never had it before, do yourself a favor and try it. It is delicious, and it's not anything you can expect from a bean.
And yes, the difference between the two, like between ohagi and bonomochi, like one's for like the spring festival and the fall festival, but the differences between them are actually a very familial thing. Like it's passed down. Like some families classify it one way, some do it another way. Like I know the lady down at the market in Pittsburgh. Which one is it? Did she say one was inside out and the other one wasn't?
Yeah, one is like that basically like that picture.
Yeah, in the corner there you can see it can also be served with the red bean on the outside and the rice on the inside, and that's sometimes what they use to differentiate between the two.
Other ways they'll do it is they'll use the dark the dark sesame seeds and light sesame seeds, or dark sesame seeds and then the flour.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things in Japan that every family you ask will have a slightly different
Explanation.
and like the way they do it is slightly different. Any family you ask, that when they do it or how they make it.
And in the corner there, the Kit Kat is actually just it's red bean flavored Kit Kat, which I've never had the pleasure of having.
Yeah, I've been able to track that down. Except for
But it
Amazon
seems very
GMT.
interesting. And we don't have any anime examples, so we had to use this one. Because clearly, poor kids don't know what it is either. So.
Who wants donuts?
And melon pen. Melon bread. No, but I only know one of the words in the title. So, does anyone know which anime this is from? The top one that just appeared.
Top left.
Top left.
The other two are too easy.
No one's been able to get this right so far. It's hilarious. No, actually.
Give it a minute for that one.
I don't think anybody's gonna get it.
Okay.
No one ever gets it. Yes, it's Night Wizards. Night Wizards and Night Warriors. I can't remember which one it is.
Night Warriors is Dark Stalkers, right?
Okay, so it's Night Wizards. It was one of the two. There's Shauna. Shauna and her quest for the perfect color bread.
Which, by the way, the last season is really good.
And we have a neat picture here. I have no idea where that is from.
Does anybody know what that one's from?
Does anyone know what that series is? Feel free to enlighten me.
Someone told us the last one. I can't
Yeah, someone told
remember.
us it's in Boku.
Is that like, I think it's Giant Killing, maybe? I have no guess.
That sounds right.
Okay.
You don't have to watch it. Yeah, someone told us last time. I totally forgot because I was sleep deprived and it was the last day, so my memory
Don't
is
tell me
gone.
about Save the Crowd, alright? I'm talking about that right now.
I don't know. I'm sorry, you had it right.
For everyone, yeah, there you go.
Although it's popular, we've never had melon bread, it doesn't actually taste like that.
I guess we should explain melon bread then.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Classic.
Yeah, we gotta keep it classy.
Yes, melon bread. It's available prepackaged in a lot of stores. That's why you see a lot of, NFS. Still, students grab it on their way to school, etc. Yeah, they don't traditionally taste like melon. They're actually named that way because they look like the rock melon. But later iterations, like people do actually put melon extract in them to make it taste like melon.
I think the ones we did melon extract. They turned out
Yes,
pretty good.
it was quite delicious. We ground them.
We actually used cantaloupe rind to make the extract.
Because it's really hard to buy melon extract in a store. Surprisingly. Anyhow, they're actually made of two different parts. The outside is like a cookie-like crust, and then the inside is all doughy. So it's like eating a cookie and bread at the same time. And there's a bunch of different patterns, obviously. There's people that, put little star shapes on them and all that. There's, you can mix in chocolate chips. Like I said, there's melon, there's caramel, maple. You can also put like a cream cheese filling.
Yeah, that's actually one of the things you can fill you don't fill the sweet part, you fill the
You can fill
regular
the bread
part.
part. Like it's like